Okay, you guys, so today I'm gonna be going over some iPhone XS Max hacks, some things that I use to, make the experience with my phone a little bit better. Just a couple things I found out, a couple things that I've seen online. We're just gonna go ahead and get started. So the first thing is going to be the unlock and home gesture. So basically, we know that all of the iPhones before typically before the X, had the home button. Well, now as of the X and forward, we no longer have the home button. So basically what you do is, like, if you're on, let's just say you're going to be on let me pick it up. If you're going to be on the internet, right? And then you want to go ahead and, let's just say you scroll up, you want to get back to the page, you see that little bar at the bottom, you just go ahead and swipe up. And that's basically how you get back to the screen, right? All right, and that's pretty easy, right? Another thing that changed on the iPhone is that typically for the control center, you would typically, I believe, you swipe up from the bottom. On the iPhone 7 Plus, you swipe up from the bottom, whereas on the new iPhone, this is how you get to your control center. So basically, because I did have a problem with this at first, trying to get used to it. So basically, you swipe up from the right hand corner down, and this is my control center, right? So that's that. It's not really something that I really want to go more into depth, because it's kind of like self-explanatory or whatever. All right, so if you want to access your notifications, this is how you access. So remember I said when you want to get off that, you want to go back to the home screen, right? Now, if you want to get the notifications, the right hand is going to be for the control center. Whereas if you pull from the left corner, I get to my notifications, right? All right. So, on this iPhone, the iPhone XS Max, if you want to, I don't know if a lot of people use Apple Pay, but basically if you want to use Apple Pay, you would double tap the side button to start the process to pay in the App Store. So look, show you, look. I don't use that, so that's why it says that. But if I wanted to pay, like with the Apple Card or anything else, if you see, you can see the rest of my things in my wallet, you would use that, right? Another thing that I see people have a problem with is that they want to know how to use Siri, because on the other iPhone, you use the home button, whereas on this phone, we don't have the home button anymore. So basically, to use Siri, you want to get your phone, and then you want to hold the side. And basically,
I'm not sure I understand.
That's how you get to Siri. And then swipe up when you're done. That gets you back to the home screen. Now, another thing is when you want to switch between apps, this phone is very good at it. It's more like, it's really a gesture. So you have to make sure, like with this phone, is very sensitive. So you want to make sure that when you're doing it, you don't want to press down too hard. You see what I'm saying? Like, because you'll actually open up different apps. So it gets a little bit frustrating, but basically I'll try to go ahead and do a little, I'll go ahead and do an example. So basically, I'm going to swipe and hold and boom. Swipe over and boom. That's it right there. You see how if you don't hold it, it kind of closes. Look. Basically. So that was an example. Now, if you want to close the app, because you see I have a lot of apps open, basically, you would do what I just did. So swipe up and hold and then swipe. That's how you close your apps, like that. So it's pretty easy. A lot of these features are the same. Look, I have a lot of these apps open, but a lot of these features are the same. So boom, I have all of my apps closed. So that's how you force quit apps. Now, let's just say you want to go ahead and unlock your phone, because of course, you know, we have Face ID now. So I'm gonna lock the phone or whatever. And this may not work because I'm holding the camera, but basically, if you want to use Face ID, you swipe up and then you put your face there. And if you don't want to use it, just if you want to put the PIN code there, you put the PIN code, or you can click cancel and then swipe up for Face ID again. So basically, you just swipe up for Face ID. All right. So on to the next thing. On this iPhone, you can also add a second face for Face ID. I've actually never used that, but I can go ahead and show you guys where to go at to go ahead and use that. So let me go ahead and open my phone. Alright, so basically, you gotta go to your settings. Face ID and passcode. And you see where it says set up an alternate appearance. That's where you can click. And you can go ahead and set up a secondary face. It can be another person. It can be like, I mean, the iPhone is pretty good with catching you with glasses or different hairstyles. So I wouldn't say use it if you have like glasses on, because typically it's supposed to be able to recognize you with glasses or like makeup or anything like that. So I really wouldn't get too much in depth with doing that. But like if you have a child or like a husband, boyfriend, girlfriend that you want to have access to your phone, I would use that. Now also, you know, all iPhones have the ability of, if you, let's just say a lot of people, this is what they use it for, if they crack their phone and the home button was broke, then they would use the feature where the accessibility feature where they can add on the home button and everything. So you can do that there. You can do that as well. You would just want to go to I'll show you guys. You would just want to go to settings, and then general, and then accessibility. And then you would want to go to, let me see, assistive touch. And then when you go there, you can basically just like update a bunch of the different features for that. Like you can basically go through, I don't use that, so you really have to go into depth, but basically you can use that, of course, to turn that on, and then you can add, you turn it on, and look, that's where you can put the home button right there, and that's where you go to press home, if you wanted to do that. So I'll go back and take that off later. All right, so another thing is that you can also create your own memoji, which is a neat feature, which I love, of course. So basically, where you would want to go is that basically when I go use mine, I click here where you will see the emojis. I mean, there is an app for it, but I did mine in this one. So, but basically you would say, it says add new memoji. You're able to pick the skin, eyes, freckles, everything like that. You're able to do a hairstyle. You're able to do a head shape, eyes, brows, nose, lips. Basically, you can do everything there. So that's one thing. Basically, it's a bunch of different features on here, but I just want to go through like the main things that I use for this iPhone. I'm gonna come back with another video with a couple of more different hacks. I did like 10. I'll do 10 more like different things that I know a lot of people can use or look into. If you guys have any more ideas of like what y'all want to know about the iPhone XS Max, I can definitely go over that as well. I just want to thank you guys for tuning into my video. If you have any questions, ideas, just go ahead and comment. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel, because we're going to be doing like unboxings of new devices, reactions, some more hacks. I'm also going to be doing a hack on the iPad Pro 11-inch, like different features on that. So thank you. Like I said, thank you so much for tuning in today. You guys have a great rest of your night.